In our orthopedic OPD, in case of pediatric orthopedic patient, most difficult and most frustrating outcome of that disease is called bow leg, because the bow leg most commonly the cause of pseudoarthritis of tibia. And in our pseudoarthritis of tibia video, I have already explained the all the types of pseudoarthritis and its classification and its association with neurofibromatosis and epithelial spot and all that. But problem is that this pseudoarthritis tibia is such a complicated disease that this is actually not a congenital problem. It is a problem of the periosteum, where the cambium layer in the lower one third of the tibia and fibula is not working normally. As a result, if there is any stress over this lower one third, then it going in non-union, and as a result of non-union in a growing child, the tibia gets distorted and present with a bow leg. Sometimes it also affect the fibula also, and if both tibia fibula is affected, in that case the prognosis will be very bad. And associated with, if there is any foot deformity and associated with neurofibromatosis, are the most bad prognosis for this type of children. And pseudoarthritis tibia or bow leg most commonly operated 2 to 3 times, multiple times operation. After this operation, also patient will not get a proper outcome. Sometimes after 3 to 4 operation, and if there is any shortening more than 3 to 5 centimeter, and there is a prolonged hospital stay, and there is a failed limb, in that case there is a last treatment option is amputation. So if any family member asks for giving the consent of amputation of their child, for whom or for her they are spending a lot of times in the hospital, they are coming day by day, and as per our protocol, they used to come in the hospital, then go back, then 3 to 4 times operation, nobody will give the consent of amputation. And if they give the consent of the amputation, after the amputation, the feeling of any surgeon or any family member is not good. So that in the literature, that operation option in the pseudoarthritis tibia is so many, not less than 10 operation is described for the pseudoarthritis tibia. And the lastly, the Dorpale has been described a latest technique for this pseudoarthritis tibia. He has introduced with a intraosseous bone grafting from the periosteum of the iliac crest, and they put it over this the affected site, and he has shown a very good result. Now today I just want to share a history of such type of patient, and our innovative technique, and we have to apply on this type of child, and hope we can get some information from this operation. One child present with our OPD with a failed operation done outside in a case of pseudoarthritis of tibia or bow leg. And last picture was his first pre-operative picture before that operation. Actually, he present to us in this condition, and in that case, there was a clinical and radiological gap, and there was the implant has been broken in the intermediary portion of the tibia, and that child cannot walk, and painful limping was there. He cannot stand, and actually, after that, after the proper counseling of family member, we plan for that the resection of the pathological segment of the tibia, then we plan that we cannot allow this patient for vascularized fibula because she was very young, very small kid. So if we put that patient for 3 to 4 hours microsurgery for vascularized fibula, that is very difficult for our hospital's setup and for patient also. So we plan for a fibula from its same side and we try to put it within this surgical defect, and we put a intermediary here. After that, we have applied a special instrument. It's called JES, Josh's External Stabilizing System. This type of instrument used for ligamentotaxis. This type of instrument used generally in fracture patients and non-union case and congenital Talipes equinovarus for differential distraction. Now we put it here for in the good segment or healthy segment over this here, and we put a small compression over both graft side and healthy bone side, which can help a axial compression. And after the post-op period, we used to put some compression in the day and distraction at night. This is called accordion principle. This is a principle where we can change the tissue from fibrous tissue to bony tissue that can help for a resistant type of non-union. So we just try to figure out the result of this type of operation. Now this after 3 months we remove the JES, and this is the union rate. And we as we have dealt with this type of case, we just send the biopsy of that affected site, and it will show the fibrous tissue only. And after this operation, we can see from where we have taken the fibular graft, it also regenerated again, and the fracture site going to unite. After that, we remove the K-wires, intermedullary leaky K-wire. Then this is the 2 years follow-up. She can stand, and we put a incision. It's called Legge S incision. Why? Because this case was already operated, so that the tissue over here is hugely fibrous. So if we put a incision with a Legge S incision, that will help to close this wound, and that also help to deal with a normal tissue that or we can avoid the bad scar over here, and there will not any wound resistance. That will help for the long run. And see, there was no neurovascular deficit, and this is the pin track for the JES pin. Okay, now after 5 years of the index second surgery, she can walk, she can run, but there is 1 centimeter shortening, mild inversion of the foot, and some kind of limping is there. The take-home message from this type of operation, the result of pseudoarthrosis tibia is so bad that people cannot show their good follow-up, or they can show the follow-up very rarely. And also this disease also is so stubborn that the union of that affected bone is very difficult for that patient to deal with. So one take-home message from this: if we put any graft over a site, that can incorporate it in the long run, and which can help that child. And we plan for doing more cases and applied this accordion principle on this type of hydrocephalus TBI patient, and let's see what will be our long-term result. Thank you for your time.